Oh, hey everyone, I'm John and this is the Fit Life channel. I'm about ready to go on a morning hike, but this video is not about my hike. It's about you. Now, are you someone who's looking to get into vlogging or creating other video content, and you're looking for a lightweight, compact, and hassle-free camera to do so? Or maybe you want to get out of an indoor recording environment and want to try doing it outdoors. Perhaps the camera that you are using is big and bulky and you're looking for a secondary, smaller camera that's easier to handle and has pro-level features. Why don't we head out on my morning hike and see which camera or cameras that I can recommend to help answer those questions. I have two cameras from Sony. They're not the newest kids on the block and they don't have big sensors, and one is even a smartphone. So both of these cameras have the same sensors but different lens setup, different form factor, and they each have their advantages and disadvantages according to what you're looking for. For this video, I'm going to compare the Sony Xperia Pro I smartphone to the Sony ZV1 digital camera for handheld vlogging in auto mode in daylight type scenes such as this. Each camera will be using their 24mm focal length and either the f2.0 or f4.0 aperture. I will test each one doing a stationary and walking vlog with optical image stabilization turned on and off. For audio recording, I will be using the stock microphones on the ZV1, and for the Sony Xperia Pro I will be using a Rode Smart Lab Plus to record the audio. Alright, so do you remember I mentioned that I was recording audio from the Sony Xperia Pro I using the Rode Smart Lab Plus? When I went back to edit the video, I noticed that it didn't record audio, even though it showed that the external microphone was connected. I've had this issue before with the Xperia Pro I, and I still can't figure out why it doesn't record audio from the Rode Smart Lav. So I had to wait about a week to come back out here and re-record everything, and that's why I look different right now. So for the rest of this video, the ZV1 will be recording audio from the Sony ECM W2 BT wireless microphone system. The Xperia Pro I will use its rear mono microphone specifically tuned for voice pickup and minimizing background noises. I did try using the ZV1's 3-capsule microphone in earlier videos, but the audio didn't come out clearly in this type of environment. Now let's go ahead and check out the video quality, the autofocusing performance, and stabilization performance for both of these cameras using the f4.0 aperture. So this portion of the video, we're going to look at their stationary vlogging capabilities. Right now, this is the Sony ZV1 and I have steady shot turned off. That's what Sony uses for the stabilization system for this camera. I'll go over some positive things for each camera. One of the great things about the Sony ZV1 is how light it is. It actually feels like I'm using a toy camera. So if I'm going to be doing long vlogs like this, I don't have to worry about my arm getting tired. Now I have standard steady shot turned on. The lens is optically stabilized to minimize blur and shaking for the video. So another great thing about the Sony ZV1 is how compact it is. It's very easy to slip into a pants or shorts pocket and even carry in a small bag with ease. And this is active stabilization turned on. I'm trying to keep myself stable on this rock. And another great thing about this camera is the vari-angle screen. So I can see myself when I'm vlogging, and I can also get those unique angles when recording my B-roll or secondary footage. All right, now let me go ahead and switch over to the Sony Xperia Pro I. Here's a Sony Xperia Pro I stationary vlog at f4.0. I have the stabilization turned off, and a great thing about this camera, just like the ZV1, is how light it is. So once again, if you're gonna vlog like this for long periods, your arm is not gonna get tired. Now let me go ahead and turn on its active stabilization. Here it is with its active stabilization turned on. Another great thing about this camera is its large battery capacity. I've had this camera for about a year now, and I've never had to worry about running out of battery when recording video all day, or it suddenly shutting down on me because of no more battery. Now here's a comparison with both cameras side by side and how their stabilization performance compares to each other. This is the Sony ZV1 and this is Xperia Pro I. Both of their stabilization systems are turned off. Now I'll go ahead and turn on their optically stabilized stabilization system. And here are both cameras with their stabilization system turned on. All right, now let's head somewhere else where we can test out the walking vlog performance for both of these cameras. At the end of each comparison, I will show screenshots from each camera so you can get a better look at their image quality in the various stabilization modes. Okay, right now, this is going to be the walking vlog portion of this video. Once again, we're going to check out the video quality, autofocusing performance, and stabilization performance for both of these cameras. I switched to the f2.0 aperture. It's a bit dark here. The last time when I came here, it was very sunny, so it's a good time to test out the f2.0 aperture for both of these cameras. So now, steady shot is turned off for the Sony ZV1. I'm not going to keep it here for very long because I know it's going to be shaky. Let me go ahead and turn on the standard steady shot for the ZV1. All right, this is standard steady shot right now. I'm going up a steep incline here, so it's good to check out how stable and blur-free this video will be. So another great thing about the Sony ZV1 is its variable zoom lens. So I have a lot of focal lengths that I can work with for my vlogs and also my B-roll. And it also has variable apertures. So if you encounter a scene like this where it's a bit dark, I can drop it down to f1.8. Now, let me go ahead and turn on active stabilization. And here is active stabilization turned on. Let's see if there's a big difference between standard steady shot. Another positive thing for the Sony ZV1 is the red recording light that is on the front of the camera body. So I can tell if I'm recording a video or not by just looking at that red light to see if it's on or off. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna switch over to the Sony Xperia Pro I. I switched over to the Sony Xperia Pro I and its stabilization system is turned off. Once again, I'm not gonna stay in it too long because it's probably gonna be a bit shaky and some people may become sick from it. So let me go ahead and turn it on. All right, here is stabilization turned on for the Sony Xperia Pro I. Some positive things about this particular camera is its large 6.5-inch display. It's awesome using it for recording video or taking pictures. You can pretty much see all the detail for what you're recording or taking pics of. However, the issue is like this. I can't see it if I'm using the 24mm main lens. It's a bit loud here because of some bugs. But let me go over a couple more positive things about the Xperia Pro I. It's very easy to access the video recording app. There's actually a button just for that. So all I have to do is hit that button. I'm in the Video Pro app and I can start recording very fast. so I can capture those quick moments almost instantly. And the last positive thing about this camera, since we are talking about vlogging, it's very easy to take the video that you recorded and upload it to social media instantly or fairly quickly. Now, here's both cameras side by side, and let's see how their stabilization is while doing a walking vlog. So right now, it's going to be turned off. I need to be careful here because I'm walking on some rocks in water. Can you see that there? And I'm very close to the edge of a cliff, and I might fall in if I don't watch my step. Okay, let me go ahead and turn on their optically stabilized stabilization system. All right, the optically stabilized stabilization system is turned on for both of these cameras. So the terrain is a bit rough right now, so let's see how well they compare to each other. I have to look down and watch my step because it's very rocky over here. I will go ahead and also do a comparison with both of them on a smooth surface. Here's another look at both of these cameras side by side with their stabilization turned on. I'm not going through rough terrain right now, so it's a little bit smoother. So let's see how they both compare. So you can tell by now that both of these cameras have a lot of positive aspects about them, which make them great as compact, lightweight vlogging devices or for creating other video content. The Sony Xperia Pro I has a large battery capacity which allows all-day 4K video recording. It also has a large display, so it's easier to see fine details in your scenes. It's also very easy to carry and quick to access its video app to capture those quick moments. The Xperia Pro I comes with 512 gigabytes of onboard storage, which allows you to record a lot of 4K videos, and then you can rapidly upload or share those videos via 5G or 4G connection. Also, its video stabilization appears to be smoother than the ZV1. For the Sony ZV1, it has an excellent vari-angle screen so you can see yourself when you're vlogging, and also allows you to take more unique shots compared to having a fixed display. It also has variable apertures and focal lengths, so you're able to record various depths of field and in more types of lighting environments. Its 4K video recording is clean and vibrant, and it doesn't have that smartphone look to it. And this might seem like a minor thing to point out, but it also has that red recording light on the front of its camera body. A lot of smartphones and cameras that I've owned in the past do not have this feature, and when I go to record video and I think I'm recording video, well, I'm really not. So having that red light letting me know that the video is being recorded is extremely helpful, especially when you're vlogging on your own. So which one of these cameras should you choose for yourself? It would seem like the Sony Xperia Pro I is the better choice because it has more positive things going for it compared to the ZV1. However, we should look at the negative aspects of both cameras as well. But to keep this video reasonably short, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. And I'm going to make a part 2, which will go over the negative things that I saw with both cameras during my hike, but also for the past year, I've been using both of them. I will also give my final thoughts and a recommendation on which lightweight compact camera I feel is the best choice for handheld vlogging. Please go ahead and leave any comments or questions that you might have for both of these cameras. I'll try my best to answer them promptly. If you felt that this video was useful, please tap that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so, and until next time, stay safe, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video.